These days, it's very popular for people to do research into personality development, self improvement, stuff related to changing their life and stuff related to, changing their personality or being more successful and more persuasive and all that kind of stuff. But what I think is the most important, something that is even more crucial than in any of that stuff, is to be a student of your craft. If you're a person who's in business, for those of us who are involved in digital marketing and involved in white label, involved in selling development services, we have to constantly be students of our craft. We have to constantly educate ourselves and conduct research around the clock all the time. Okay. This does not mean that we're in school all the time. This doesn't mean that we're always reading books. But it does mean that we are always absorbing information and always researching information that's relevant to our businesses and relevant to our industry so that we don't fall into obsolescence ourselves. It is very common when you talk about people in running tech companies and you talk about people in the tech sector for the actual person to go obsolete. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that human beings go obsolete, but I mean that their information, what they have in their head, becomes obsolete. They start to act on erroneous assumptions because the technology has evolved all around them and they haven't evolved to understand it. So what was once applicable, okay, they are still going out and prescribing, okay, even though it's gone obsolete. This happens all the time. I have seen this happen with so many people where they're functioning in 2019 on the best information of 2010, okay? And that's not a proper way to be. You can't function like that long term. You're going to suffer the consequences of that. You have to continually educate yourself. And how do I do it? How do a lot of people do it? Well, number one, you sign up and you read the basic trade journals, the basic stuff that's relevant to our industry. What's Google saying? What's Microsoft saying? What are, the major tech news portals saying? What's on Slashdot? What's going on out there in the field? You have to stay up on that stuff. That's just the news, though. The latest major trends you're going to find are, found in development circles and found online in marketing circles. It's important to basically browse the news that's not the daily news, but to browse the industry-specific news that's relevant to us. And to keep up on software changes, to keep up on new software, because everything is always evolving around us, right? A piece of software that was junk 5 years ago might be amazing today. And I can't tell you how many pieces of software that I use now that I thought were garbage when they first got released and have evolved and grown over time into amazing pieces of software. And this is always going on. You have to continually educate yourself. You have to be proactive. You have to have a curious mind and cultivate a curious personality. A lot of people think of this in terms of a magic bullet. I am always preaching against magic bullets because I don't think they work. I've never seen a magic bullet in my life, but I have seen people educate themselves and take the initiative to go and do their homework, research their industry, and come back with changed minds and more enlightened perspectives upon what it is that they're doing, and doing this on a permanent basis, making this part of your core sort of modus operandi in business. It's very important that you do this, that you educate yourself, because if not, you're going to fall by the wayside. For more videos like this from yours truly at Rocket Driver, subscribe to our channel. Leave some comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Smash that like button and make sure to share this video with your friends. Talk to you in the next vid.